So you want to be playing bot side, so you should start red buff this game, 100%. Try to get a ward level 1, obviously. So your path should, realistically, make sure I got the right size for this shit. Because last time I didn't. Where is that? So your path should be this, into that, into this, into that, that. Evelyn is probably going to start here, get leash from her bot lane, and do the same clear but in reverse. So she's going to most likely land on the top side, and you want to land on the bottom side of the map. Because this lane and this lane are the lanes that you need to affect. Did I change colour? There's a hotkey for it. Anyway, so yeah. How do I write this? So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go bot. That should be your clear this game, realistically. If we're looking at jungle matchup and where where your win cons are in lanes, where you have potential ganks, where you should be going. Not the path that happened, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that's what should be happening as Karthus this game. Because bot has insane gank setup. And mid is a snowball lane that you want to influence. You never want to be on the top side of the map to help malfight. So for some reason we saw them invading but we didn't drop a ward. We should have dropped a ward on our own shit. Okay. Evelyn starts red like we thought. She gets leash from bot lane. Gotta toggle your E to reactivate it and get the proc. That's fine there. Yeah. You should put 2 points into Q. It's gonna be full clearing. You don't want to level W until level 4. Okay, good shit. You put 2 points into Q. You're red. Cover the E. Chilling. If you do this better, so if you kite the cams properly and you don't just stand still, so like with this one you can walk. So when you do this camp, right? What is the difference between marker? So when you do this camp, you wanna use your Q. You wanna stand here, activate your E, and then once the camp pulls up to you, you wanna walk this way while toggling your E and spamming Q, because that way the camp has to then go from here and it has to follow you while your talisman's healing you. So basically your HP is just by default going to be higher if you do it like this. But if you just stand here, your HP is going to be like if we go back and have a look, right? This is just a small thing, but you wouldn't have to smite red basically. So right here, your HP is 443. By the end of the camp, about 300. Nice dick drawing, thank you. So yeah, try to kite it. Just make use of talisman wherever you can, basically, because you should never have to smite this camp. You should always be smiting Krugs last. Because Krugs are the biggest pain in the ass. Yeah, need to stop face tanking them camps. You'd be a lot healthier right now. So you should be able to fight that, yeah. Okay, Evelyn no flash. It's good that you don't go invade. This is ambitious, but you get a flash and Dark Harvest stacks, that's fine. Shove the wave in, take all this farm. Reset. You should definitely be pinging your bot lane. Because you took top crab. If you'd walk straight to bot crab, you get it, but the fact that you go top and you gank and you're there for so long and you shove the wave and you recall means she can 100% go across and get this crab. Because if you look at it, no, like so right here, you should be spam pinging this, is what I'm saying. Because what happens is, alright, you contest Evelyn here, and she runs back into her jungle. What is this pen? I don't like that. That's weird. Anyway, so you contest Evelyn here. She runs back into her jungle. And if you hit tab, you see she has 24 CS, so she's done a full clear, right? You know she's cleared all 6 camps in her jungle. So that means she's resetting, and she's going to be going from base to here. Her bot side camps are respawning. These are coming up because yours are up. And you started on the same side of the map. So you already know these 2 camps are up, and you know bot crab's up. And because you spent like fucking, can I draw? You spent like 15 seconds here, right? So you spent like, I cannot move my mouse at all. You spent like 15 seconds on the top lane, which means she's gonna run from base, which takes about like 20 seconds. She's gonna get this crab, and then she's gonna either look mid or she's gonna look bot. So you need to danger ping the fuck out of your bot lane and your mid lane. Your mid lane's fine because he's under tower here, you see that? But these guys are in trouble. So you need to be spam pinging them. Because it's the only play she can make. Like, she can go do her Krugs, but why would she not go crab? So yeah. Right here, you just need to be spam pinging bot river. Over and over and over and over. Let them know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so what I mean, like, you pinged her when she showed on the ward. You need to be pinging her before she shows on the ward, because you don't need the ward to know where she is. Like, it's really safe to assume that she's on the bot side of the map, because she had 24 CS, and she started same side as you. So she has nothing left to clear here. She has to go back to base. She has to run back to her bot side jungle. She has to clear these 2 camps that are up, and you know they're up because your 2 camps are up. And you also know this is up, so you know she's going to go for it. So just spam ping the fuck out of river. Even type Evon crab, Evon crab, Evon crab. Because the fact that you ganked top lane, and you know, you spent so much time up there, basically means she 100% gets a crab. If you didn't gank top and you reset, you could have walked straight to crab and contested her while she was flashless. Which I'd argue would be the better play, because this Malphite's never going to do anything into Aatrox. Doesn't matter how many times you gank him. And also your bot lane wouldn't have died, and when you reset to the bot side you could have forced this dragon if they didn't die to the Evelyn gank. But it's fine. Playing for level 6. You got 6, this guy's no flash. You know Evelyn's top side, same clear as you again. Watching bot lane, you get a kill. I think this is another kill. Nice, well played. Spaced out his Q. You should push the next wave. You should push this wave. You know Evelyn's top. You should push this wave. 100% you should push this wave. Because, I mean, he should not be trying to clear this period. Because even if you're both here, she comes and kills him. But at the very least, if you're here with him pushing this wave in, she'll either be deterred from ganking and just won't come because she's level 5. Or she'll come and you'll just murder her. And this also gets the wave into tower, gives him a good reset. Because, like, let's have a look at how long it takes him. Like, so imagine she didn't show up. It'd probably take him about another 5 to 8 seconds or something like that. Let's see how long it takes for the wave to die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if she didn't show up, probably another 5, 6, 7 seconds for him to get this wave into tower, and then reset, which is another 8 seconds. And look at her. Level 5, so it's a free kill. So you need to shove that wave after a gank. Your Karthus, it's so good for you. This Malphite, he just needs level 6. Once he has level 6, he's an alt dog. That's it. Take the resources, shove it in the tower, give him a good reset, take the last hits, doesn't matter. But yeah. Okay, you go bot. You should walk straight to crab here, because you saw Evelyn top. You shouldn't even do blue. You should do crab, and then look for a play. Your jungle isn't going anywhere against Evelyn. It's fine to take blue though. You kited it down towards the crab, so you didn't really waste much time. You should be spam pinging this motherfucker. Okay. You have flash. Okay, good flash. You just need to spam ping that. Your team are dog shit and don't know what's going on. They're hunting you, you just reset here. You just ping your bot lane and reset. Don't die for them. Don't die for them. Don't die for them. You have a shutdown, don't die for them. It's not worth. She just flashes on you and you die. There's no way she doesn't, yeah. She just gets 500 gold for free. It's just not worth, you know? And this is like a product of Malphite's wave being fucked. Because if we watch what happens, let's ignore everything that happened here. Let's watch top lane, right? So this is where his wave is after he dies. It's a big slow push. So if Aatrox trades with him here and chunks him, Malphite can't do shit. Malphite should sit back and just catch the wave. But he wants to thin it. So you see how he's trying to thin the wave? But this is just what's going to happen. So now he's going to get hard bullied every CS he goes for. This wave's going to bounce back to him. Because like all the minions were in tower aggro, so that's going to bounce back. And now he's fucked. Like at this point he's just fucked. If Aatrox just lets his push back to him, I mean he might not because it's, you know, like flat or whatever. But yeah, Aatrox literally just had to let this push back to him and he could have killed him because he would have had more of the lane to run him down. But instead he lives on like 1 HP or whatever. But this is just a situation where you just pushing one wave prevents your top laner from being fucked. Pretty much. Anyway, you died, let's go back to you. Okay. You see, at the moment you see Eve bot here, but does she actually show? Like, does she show an award here? I think she shows, right? She shows. Right. You shouldn't do Krogs here. Yeah, you should be straight on this Herald. Like, blast gun over the wall, just do Herald. Like, this is another case of your camps aren't going anywhere. And the Herald is super important to take. You're forced onto the top side because you died in your bot side jungle, so you have to assume your bot side is warded and your camps are gone. So if Evelyn stays bot here, you need to take the Herald while you have the chance to. Like, if she's still in the wave, you could still go to it right now and get it. But you skip it, so you don't get the Herald, which is really bad. Catch mid wave, which is fine. Clear bot side. By some miracle, the camps are actually up. Have a ward on dragon. They should clear out that ward. Don't show before it's cleared, which is good. You should go take this crab while your Nautilus is with you. You should ping the crab, ping the crab, ping the crab. You need to ping it more than one time, because these people are fucking animals. He's dead. So, she hints into you for whatever reason. She doesn't ult. Wait, what? So this is free. Like, you just need to type to your fucking Nautilus, walk up, cunt. Walk up to dragon. Just force dragon. It's Cloud in your Karthus. This is like one of the rare situations where a single spawn of a Drake is good for you. Because you're playing a champion that has like 2.5 minute ult cooldown, level 1. So you get Cloud Drake. You should have been doing it straight away after you killed her. Okay. Okay. Autogen. Nice. So yeah, you could have got both those objectives if you were just aware of the Herald and if you just did the Dragon straight away. Yasuo is hard running it down. Evelyn disappeared for 4 seconds and your bot lane forgot she existed. As usual. Going Morello's here is the right play. You shouldn't walk here. I mean, unless you're just gonna... Yeah. It's a timing thing. If they're on it, you should just know you don't have time to make it there. When's your blue buff up? Okay, this pathing is okay. No, actually I don't agree with that. You should have just gone straight to Krugs. If you're gonna do another full clear. Even though your blue's spawning here, you ran down with the intention of contesting Dragon when it wasn't viable at all. You could have been on Krugs. Actually, you could be on your chickens by now, and you could be spamming this retard off of them. So you do Krugs into chickens, and then you come down and you pick up your blue, then you do Wolf's Gromp. And then you gank bot lane because they have no summoners. And like we said at the start, your bot lane has insane gank setup. That's the lane you want to be playing off the most. Like mid lane you want to influence, because you want them to be ahead. Because it's a snowball lane. But bot lane is the lane where you can consistently and reliably get kills off. You still end up going bot lane, but it's just not as efficient. You're not putting as much resource into yourself by skipping all these camps just to go bot lane as Karthus when you scale so hard. You should be trying to get your camps and going to the right lane only. Again, they wouldn't have got this Herald if you took it earlier. So nothing to really talk about there. Like this whole situation that happens here. I actually get the Herald in the end? That's funny. But that death wouldn't have happened. Oh no, Malphite didn't die. What? I'm tripping. But still, it's just a case of like, you should have had this before. See, now your camps are spawning in a weird order. But it's fine. Pick up the chickens, you're gonna run into Aatrox here. You have flash. You don't have flash. You shouldn't fuck with him, he can kill you. Or you smite. Be red. Tragic. Yeah, you should have done red before. Chickens. It's just a camp sequencing thing. You should be finishing your Morellos here because of their Conqueror champions. Why don't I turn off enemy vision? Nothing I've said has relied on enemy vision this game. It's all about his decisions and where to be. So if I pause here and I say like, you do this because if you don't this is going to happen in 5 seconds, I can't see what the enemy's doing in 5 seconds without actually going there. It'd give you more of a... No, it doesn't at all. So if I talk about pathing and I predict what's going to happen and I tell you what'll win you the game, what'll lose you the game for the next 5 minutes, I'm paused on this screen, right? I have vision of what's currently going on, but the fact that I can predict it is game knowledge. And the fact that you see that, you know, it all works out, you see from their perspective and your own, it's like, oh, you're right, it would have worked. Because they did do that thing. And it's like pretty consistent. You need to see how your mistakes correlate with the enemy and like their actions in game if you want to improve from them. Plus, I haven't made a single call for improvement based off what we see the enemy doing. It's what we know the enemy's going to do, regardless of like what info we currently have on the screen. You pick up the wave, that's fine. You don't have ult. Okay. So you're just getting to the point where lane phase ends, turns into a fucking fiesta. You should be finishing Morello instead of going Leandre's here. I don't think you should even go Leandre's this game. I think Zhonya's is much better because they have Evelyn, and once you get really fed into the late game, Evelyn's going to be looking to kill you. So if she ever uses her shit on you and you Zhonya's it, and you live afterwards, it's huge. Anyway, Dragon's up. You can lose this one as well. Top side's up, your bot side's up. Blue buff spawning. You see Yasuo fighting, you can definitely walk the dragon here. You should be pinging, spam ping your team. Clear the ward out. Okay. You're on a ping. Ah, tragic. It's a fiesta, you're on the tower, you're safe, you're chilling. You can double kill these guys if they dive you, you just need to not get hit by shit. Okay. He's talented. Okay, you're out of mana. You just die here, basically. Yeah. That is a tilt ult. What is this Cassia doing? What a fair champion Cassiopeia is. Look at that healing, dude. Disgusting. Alpha looks funny. Yeah, I'd reset to your bot. Like, you're not getting this Herald. Everything's still happening, bot. Reset back bot, pick up your blue buff, pick up the Scuttle Crab, and clear your way back up to the top side. Help shove this tower if you get there in time. Instead, we're going top. We're going to get contested on red buff by Aatrox, or he's just going to take it. Okay, he takes your red. Now Evelyn's back bot, stopping your bot from getting the tower. So Aatrox straight up takes your blue as well. How fucking brutal. Just got double buff by the enemy top laner. But see, like, you just secure your blue there, and you just go to where your team is. This is just going to the wrong place. That's all that is. Really. Your room. He's just backping. You can't kill him. So what I mean, she has 22 Magi stacks. You want to finish your Morellos to get rid of their healing, and you want to get Zhonya's. Because they're all trying to dive you. I mean, Aatrox is trying to dive you, and Evelyn is. If you Zhonya's their shit, and they're on CD in the middle of your team, they're so fucked. Okay, you clean up the Aatrox, you finish Leandre's before Morello's, you're fucking inting. Like, they have 3 Conqueror champions. Evelyn heals in her stealth, so she can go in and out of fights and play hit and run. She's just fucking popping off right now. You're not farming at camps. Like, pretty much most of this game, regardless of what happens later, most of the game is pretty much lost by this point. By just doing the wrong thing. Regardless of how into your team is. Throws his Q to fucking Narnia. Ah yes, the 3-0 Yasuo. Yeah. So Alright, watch the rest of the game. I imagine for the most part it's just going to be a fiesta from here on out. So it's fucking platinum. Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking... See, a lot of these fights, even though so much was done wrong, if you actually had Morello, this Aatrox would be dead. Well, they have 3 Conqueror champions. One of them is literally Aatrox, the other one Cassiopeia. You have an ult that affects all 5 enemies and applies the Grievous Wounds to the whole team. You have an E that pretty much affects anyone that walks on top of you, which most of the time is going to be at least 3 people in a team fight. There are definitely a lot of games where Liandry's is just way better because there's no point going Morello's, but this is a bit of a no-brainer. 3 Conqueror champions. Okay. Just mindless team fighting. They're fighting Evelyn like outside of tower range instead of being able to see her and get the jump on her. No one's putting out a pink ward, she's just getting free kills.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. So this is another case of Morello's. Aatrox wouldn't live that long in the back line if you had Morello's. So you'd be able to move forward to damage the rest of their team faster, which is just super valuable inside of fights like this. Cassia fucking is, but it doesn't matter because she's Cassiopeia. She still almost kills you. Like, you lose the game in the next like 2 minutes. Fuck happens is Evelyn just pentakill. So really no pinks in the base at all. Jin's dead. Jin's dead. You're dead. Malphite's dead. She starts ult. Yeah, Liandry's is definitely a gold sink this game. That should have been a Zhonya's or a Banshee's Veil. I'd personally just go Zhonya's, because you can at least specifically Zhonya's the Avalon ult. Okay, I'm gonna let the Nexus explode because I want to talk about some stuff. So when... Right, so with this, your first clear, the reason, I mean, we already explained it, right? We already kind of went over it. But the reason you want to start is because no matter what you ever do in this lane, it's a fucking combat Malphite. He's laning against Aatrox. Aatrox is going to get 1 item and he's going to win for the rest of the game in this split push. You can do this as Karthus. You can do red into Krugs into chickens and then wolves and then blue, and you'll be fine on mana. You just need to never use your E. Like, you just kite and you use Q. So you do this, get leash, and you kite this, So when you do this camp, you pull it from here, pull it all the way to here, and then you loop around and you pull it all the way to here, and you don't run out of mana. And then you come down here and you do what I was telling you before. So you'd be here, right? So you press your Q here, no E, camp walks up to you, you walk this way while queuing, and then when it arrives here, then you loop around, you walk back to here, and you go down to your next camp. And you should be really healthy doing it like that. Just never use E, only use Q. This one's obviously this camp is really difficult to kite because the aggro range for this camp is literally like this. You don't have much room to play with. So you stand here, you drop the Q here, pull the wolves through here, walk around, and you generally want to finish them around here. Then you go to your blue, and then the rest is obviously super fucking simple. You can't really kite these two. I mean, you can kite this, but you can't kite Gromp. And then it lands you on the bot side of the map at like 3-minute mark, right? So, sure, this wouldn't have happened. So you wouldn't have found Evelyn topside, and you wouldn't have burned her flash. But look what happens, right? So you get this crab. Also, that's ideal pathing. That's what you should have done. So you'd miss this crab, but you'd be here for this crab, and look at these two. They'd be dead. 3 kills. So that's what you should have done. Now, with what you did do, right here, what you could have done better with the improper pathing, you still could have salvaged it. If right here, you get her flash, take this crab. So she had 20 CS when you saw her, so you can assume she's going to do Gromp. You can actually follow her. If you count CS, I thought she had 24 already. So if you don't have prior, so I wouldn't advise it, but do you have a ward? I can't, where the fuck is your trinket? Hello? Why can't I see your trinket, bro? No, it's on cooldown, there it is. So you don't have a ward, don't worry about it. You get crab, you reset, because what's going to happen is if you counter CS, you see she has 20, she's going to do one more camp and then she's going to reset. So what's going to happen is she's going to go B and she's going to be here. So then if you go B from here and you're here, you're both going to run to the same crab, both going to run here, she's flashless, and you straight up shit down her throat pre-6. Like, it's not fair how hard you win this matchup. So neither mid laners in lane right now. You have Jhin Nautilus. You should be recalling, so you should back here after this crab. You should go to this crab, and you should spam ping the fuck out of it. Just ping her flash, let your team know, right? Because this wave's not on their tower. They can move. Nautilus can move. It doesn't matter. Just ping flashless Evelyn, ping the crab, ping the crab, ping the crab, ping the crab. And you can probably kill her solo, and if you know the enemy moves, you just kite to your team. But instead, you do the crab, and then you gank the worst possible lane. Because even if you kill him here, right, sure, you might get a kill. You might get a little bit of gold. But you're going to lose bot crab, and you're going to lose the side of the map that you need to be winning. To get the losing side of the map winning. Which doesn't make sense. You're playing for weak side, basically. Malphite's weak side. He just needs to hit level 6 and do his job inside of a team fight. He's never going to beat this guy. Even if you feed this dude a 20 CS lead and like 2 kills, he's going to get like Cleaver and fucking Caulfields or the Vamp Scepter or whatever, and he's just going to win. Like, there's no lead Malphite can get. Eventually Aatrox will just out-sustain him with Conqueror. So this does pretty much nothing. All it does is make you lose this crab. Again, should have been pinging. So you lose this crab because you didn't reset, and your bot lane dies because you didn't reset. You would have been here, this gank never would have happened, you would have got the crab. She'd probably die, and the whole game would look different. So then you clear from bot all the way to top again. Which again, this is the camp sequencing thing. So the reason you wanted to start topside is because this is what your clear is going to look like for the rest of the game until you let all your camps respawn and then you reverse it. Which means you'd have to be spending your time proactively on the map, invading, taking her camps or ganking lanes, in order for all the camps to respawn from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start here, and you make this 1 and this 4. So you reverse your path, so you can always land on the bot side if you do a full clear. And that way, let's say these 2 camps are up and you reset and you want to go bot, you just run straight here and you do wolves into Gromp, right? In that order, before you look for anything. Because that way, if you go wolves Gromp, then you look for a play, and then you reset, and you come here, you do Krugs, you do chickens, your wolves are respawning. So it's still in the same order. Your camps are still sequenced properly, and you're not losing any efficiency on your jungle clear, which, you know, your Karthus, super important. So again, you're going to land on the top side of the map because you're just doing the wrong clear, you're pathing to the wrong side of the map. And this is where the game is pretty much over for Malphite. So you do Krugs here. So right here, this is fine. You ult because you're looking at bot. And I think you end up killing this guy. Yeah, you kill him. Karthus keeps fat. You need to push this. The moment you don't push this wave, Malphite's lost because you got the kill. He's still down in CS, and now he dies, and his wave is fucked. Then you don't have a top laner anymore. He's already building AP, and now you're just fucked. Because what ends up happening in this lane is Aatrox catches the wave, he slow pushes it. Even though he doesn't do this properly, he like trades with Malphite. Malphite tries to thin the wave when he shouldn't. Like, Malphite plays this terribly, and so does Aatrox. But if this was a good Aatrox player, he would have slow pushed that wave. He would have not let Malphite last at any of it, because there's nothing Malphite can do. He doesn't have ult. So Aatrox can just basically, once this wave's on tower, Aatrox just sits here, and this is Aatrox, and this is Malphite, right? And this is a minion wave. So every time he walks up to last hit a minion, Aatrox Q is this, right? So he just gets hit. He goes last hit a minion, gets Q'd. Aatrox dips, drops tower aggro, or just doesn't take tower aggro because of range, and he just repeats this over and over and over again. And he can even weave in autos. Like, if Aatrox has his passive heal auto up, he just slaps him with an auto, he's out, and any tower damage he takes basically gets made up by the heal. So Malphite will probably get like 2 of these last hits out of like fucking 12 and just be super doomed. He catches the XP sure, but he's not getting any gold, and he's a fucking tank that is hard losing lane already. And he hard loses side lane, so he's going to be a very squishy tank. Because tanks are low economy, like they don't need much, but this guy's getting nothing at this point. And if Aatrox was better, like the whole game would be over. And it still pretty much is. Like, he can't really do anything, even though Aatrox is not punishing him correctly. Is this where he fucking dies? No, it's not. But yeah, you needed to push that wave. And also, this is the window where I believe we saw Evelyn bot, and he didn't do Herald. Yeah, so she was ganking. Yeah, so she ganks bot here, and you're doing Krugs instead of Herald. And this blast cone is up. So you just yeet over the wall, you activate your sweeper, you see that it's not warded, and you just fucking get a free Herald. And you can walk back into your jungle, or, right, since it's not warded, as long as you watch what mid and top lane are doing, after you finish this Herald, which would be, you know, you'd be finished it by now, you see that Evelyn is like bot. You'll see her in a sec. So you see here that she's bot. So what would happen is you'd end up peeling off your Krugs. So you'd finish this, maybe you start walking back to your jungle, you see she's bot, you walk here and you take her camps, and then you walk back to your jungle and you take your whole jungle, and all of a sudden you're far ahead. But yeah, it's a matchup where you shitstomp her pre-6 and you kind of outscale her after level 6, but if you kind of do nothing, let her get 6 for free and let her just run rampant and gank everything, she'll get so strong that she one-taps you. It's like you won't be able to beat her. She'll remove you from every fight, and then you'll have to go for really weak suboptimal ults. You know, where you just die first and you ult and pray your team cleans up, instead of actually having the damage to kill something. So I think that. What else? Yeah, we've talked about this. Don't go top. Talked about this, Harold. I don't know why you built the Andres. You need fucking Morelos, man. They got 3 Conqueror champs, and they got Aatrox and Cassio, which are like notoriously really fucking strong healing, like Conqueror champions. This is a small thing, but after you reset, don't run top. There's a fight. Where was it? It was when Aatrox was on your tier 2, I believe. It was after this fight, after you lose Dragon. It's like somewhere here. How fucking long did it take for this tower to fall, bro? What the fuck? Here it was. So this just doesn't make sense. This is where you got double buffed by Aatrox. So right here you're dead. And you just look at the map. Like you look at map, you see you got 3 of your team bot, right? They're trying to push for this tower. You got Scuttle Crab spawning, your blues up, your wolves are up. I don't know if you have knowledge of your Gromp, but it's still safe to assume that this is the better player, because whatever the fuck you do here, like you're just not gonna win, right? Like this dude's pretty strong. This dude's been running it down. He's down a level. Like realistically, he should be able to catch this wave, and nothing should happen. If he wants to go for a solo kill, that's fine. But you're not getting any objectives by going up here. Like you're not gonna do this 20-minute Baron as Yasuo Karthus. That's not gonna fucking happen. He's gonna like fuck with you in your camps, which he does. You're not gonna kill him because he should always be able to walk away if he has brain cells. This dude's inting, you can't really rely on him, and you just have numbers advantage down here. And these guys have insane CC again. Like you win team fights. Like you're playing into fucking. You got Nautilus into Evelyn. It's so hard if the Nautilus just does one thing right, and you have these 3 camps to take. So you should just be playing towards where your team is. There's just no point to go top. But you go top, and I'm pretty sure your team isn't able to get the tower. Malphite runs it down. Do they get the tower? No, they get bullied off of it. And you'd pretty much be here at this point. And now I think they all die? Almost. So yeah. And then you're just losing, and then you get both your buffs taken. It's just gotta go to where your team is in this kind of situation. Yeah. Your first clear is really important. You need to be landing yourself from the side of the map that you want to influence as much as possible, because there were like 3 whole full clears that game where you just somehow land on the top side of the map when it's not where you want to be. Yeah, camp sequencing. So the thing about sequencing camps is you don't have to do it in the sense of like a full clear. Like what I explained to you with so you do Krogs, Chickens, Wolves, Gromp, but you can reset and then you can just go Wolves, Gromp and then gank bot, or do something bot, or get Dragon or invade bot side. Because then when you reset, you go Krogs, Chickens, and then Wolves are back up, and then Gromp's back up. And it's still sequenced in that order. So you're not losing and efficiency in your clear time. But it's also flexible in that as long as you do it correctly, you're not losing downtime. So you can go top for the full clear, you can go bot for the half clear, or whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you have your camp sequenced awkwardly, then you just find yourself covering a lot of ground to get to and from different camps for no reason. And you miss windows to make plays as well. But I think that's pretty much it. I think the main thing is fix your first clear, fix this, and like also this as well, that's part of it. Be more willing to force big objectives if you know you can take them and the enemy's on the other side of the map and you can't be really contested. I'm just assuming you're probably like zoned out, you weren't really thinking, because I don't think I've seen you have item build problems before. So this is whatever, just fix this. Think a little bit more about what you need, like Zhonya's instead of Leandri's this game, debate Evelyn's engaged, debate Aatrox, bait their big cooldowns, help your team win a fight, help you survive so you can get more damage off after they try to burst you and assassinate you. Because it turns you from a fed Karthus that you can one-shot to a fed Karthus that's fucking unkillable, if played correctly. And that's more scary. Even if you do a little bit less damage, it's more scary. Spam ping team. You're going for crabs. You're like going for fights, and you're just not pinging anyone. Like you ping them like maybe one time. Oh, that's right. Gotta be counting camps. So that top side play, there's no reason Evelyn should ever get bot crab. There's no reason she should ever kill your bot lane. You should exhaust your fucking ping option. Let them know that she's gonna be there. She has nowhere else on the map to be. See, the thing about making a call like that and telling your team she's 100% going to be here, nothing else makes sense, she's got no camps top side, she has to reset bot side, bot crabs up, I just gank top, she can see that I'm top, I can't be there in time to stop her from doing the crab. You can at least ping them to avoid the gank, because even if, right, hypothetically, even if you spam ping them and they play safe, and maybe they lose full control of their lane. Not full, but they lose like some of the push and the control that they had in their lane for 40 seconds or something. And Evelyn ganks top, which makes no fucking sense. As long as you're thinking about what the right play is, and you reset and you go to the bot grab, or you go to like her bot side jungle, the moment she shows top, she's out of the fucking game. Because you know her bot camps have respawned, you yoink them, and then you gank bot from behind, or you can get your bot camps, and then you sequence back up to your top camps, and then you can test her on her top camps when she realizes her bot camps are gone. You go for what the right play is, because if they don't make it, you punish them. But if you fall into the bad, like, Screech, do shit that makes no sense because everyone else is doing it habits, like you'll coin flip some wins, and you'll coin flip some losses. It's like the same as Diamond. This is the shit that I do to myself all the time, as I just fall into these fucking terrible habits. And you just need to not do it. You just need to not become on with the Screech. Just do what you know is good and smart. And that'll win you more games, more consistently. But yeah, does that make sense, Empty? Did I miss anything? Did I give you a little bit of clarity?